What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CUBREACTS, as we continue to explore the latest new musical flavour worldwide. We are back inside the building once again to check out this one, which I am very, very excited for. It comes to us from Joeboy, a very well-decorated artist, of course, who a lot of you guys have been onto me to check out for this one. It goes by the name Osadebe, and yeah, it's an official lyric video visualizer, this one, but obviously the track itself is the most important thing. As I said, you guys have been on to me to check this one out ever since it landed, and we're going to be jumping into it today. As always, if you are new to the channel, do make sure that you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all that good stuff. And without further ado, let's jump right into this one and see how it's sounding. Let's go. Lots of bump to the instrumental, man. So immediately we're getting a very sort of bouncy feeling with this one. The drums themselves have a lot of movement to them. The sublines down below are doing some really cool bits as well. The whole thing just feels like it's floating, realistically. Some nice synth work going on in the background as well. And then that super smooth vocal from Joeboy makes its way into the introduction of the tune as well. There's a lot of nice, enjoyable, moving parts to this one. I think overall, already, I've got a warm feeling about it. So yeah, I'm excited to see how it develops and how it moves forward. Let's go.
I know before no feel let go. I know before Vuzela. We no like to they talk like never. I know they cross in my lane. I'm living like Osadebe. Yeah, Osadebe when they. I know they cross in my lane. I'm living like Osadebe.
Absolutely loving that choral block as well. That little melody there, really clean, and I think it's a really good way of kind of bringing the tune together. It's this natural crescendo that's created by utilizing choral vocals. It's something that Joeboy actually does quite well. He uses them really sparsely. It's never a case of, cool, we're just going to flood the tune with them. Whenever they arrive, it feels special. It feels like an occasion is taking place. And yeah, the overall feeling of this one is definitely along those lines. It's stripped back, it's mellow, but then suddenly there's this enlightening moment, this feeling of kind of upliftingness, which really kind of pushes itself out of the tune. Loving the direction, man. It's really nicely arranged. Crazy log drum action as well. You see what I mean about that choral bridging as well? He allows the tune to kind of take a breath and then goes, cool, now we're going to bring the choral block back in, and it immediately just uplifts everything. Again, a little note about the hook on this one. I love the fact that it ends up with such a chaotic background of sort of log drums fighting for space. There's a lot of sort of low-end action going on. The drums themselves are kind of all bumping into each other, but there feels like there's some order within the chaos as well. It doesn't feel like it's just a free-for-all of sound. Every element is kind of bouncing off each other and creating its own avenue. There is method in the madness, which is always really cool to hear. Let's go.
Most times I feel like I walk on water, but I'm only human. I know be Jesus, yeah, I know be Jesus. Oh. I know they cross in my lane. I'm living like Osadebe, yeah, Osadebe when they. I know they cross in my lane.
I think a note to make about this as a tune as well is the fact that from start to finish, we've heard so many different elements come into play. I feel this. We've obviously heard this bridge for the second time now, but we're only a minute 40 in. Normally, by this point on most tunes, we're only sort of just getting out of the first choral block. So I think they've done it. I think Joeboy especially has done a great job of creating this sort of intense, very sort of fast-moving storyline within the arrangement, without it feeling rushed, without it feeling kind of too crammed in. And it's something that I feel if more people were able to do with shorter tunes, I would prefer shorter tunes, to be honest. But I think, yeah, fitting what he has done into the first minute 40 when the tune is only 2 minutes and realistically 40 seconds long, I think that's it's a real skill to be able to do that.
I know the grass in my lane. I'm living like Osadebe.
Yeah, man. I'm loving all the subtle bits of percussion that are going on in the background as well. You've got these sort of rolling snare sounds which are really sort of taking a lead rhythmically as well as the track does progress. I think next to that as well, just overall Joeboy's sort of poise on this one is really, really clean. Obviously, the tunes, obviously being, I'm only human at the end of the day, there's only so much I can do, but I do feel like I'm doing more than I can do. That feels to be the general vibe of this one. So when you're then hearing him kind of showcasing such a wide skill set, the two bounce off each other really nicely. I think this is a really exciting tune, and I can see why so many of you were very keen for me to check it out today. So yeah, let's jump into it. The final 30 seconds or so. Let's go.
I know the grass in my lane. I'm living like Osadebe. Yeah, Osadebe. But
I really like the soloed feel we got across the outro for that one. Each sort of drum sound had its own few seconds to sort of shine in its own way, almost like the end of watching a jazz band, and you get to see all the different people kind of doing their individual kind of motifs and their own individual kind of freestyle pieces. So yeah, very much enjoyed this one. Joeboy with Osadebe. Very, very cool tune. Loving the vibe of this one. Stripped back but bouncy. Again, minimalized but energetic at the same time, and I think we get to see a real splash of kind of sonic color coming from Joeboy's approach, splashing those choral blocks in there, bringing some really catchy vocal hooks as well. Overall, very much did enjoy this one, and I'm keen to see what you're saying about it as well. So do get involved in the comment section down below. As always as well, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and peace.
Sounding so good right now, but they're sounding a Brighton town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, Cam TV. Stay locked.
Welcome to Cubs Clubhouse, live on Brighton's premier platform for new music, Platform B.